Yes, your call helped shave, what, about 100 million, it would seem, off of the market cap of TripAdvisor today. Talk to us about why you're going underperform, because it really does seem to be competition here.
Right. So yes, we downgraded this morning, as part of a transfer of coverage. So really my first report on this name. And really when I started to look at it, to me it looked like a broken growth stock because, earnings have been falling since 2014. EBITDA fell 25% last year, and yet the market's willing to pay more for TripAdvisor than they are for Priceline, even though Priceline delivers pretty strong growth. Now, if you listen to the CEO, he will admit that Google is their biggest competitor, but there's still a lot of investors who I think underestimate what this means. A lot of investors think that TripAdvisor is the top of the travel funnel and that they could be for travel what Amazon is for retail, but I just don't see how that's going to happen given the competition with Google. So for a start, Google, if you look at the traffic, they have over 75 times the traffic that TripAdvisor does, and it's a lot more loyal because people are Googling things every single day. It's a verb for a reason. And if you, flow on from that, Google has a flight search product. And if you track that, there's more US searches for Google Flights now than there are for TripAdvisor, which is showing, pretty strong growth, and it shows what they can do with that big user base in terms of growing some sort of travel search product. But it's really hotels that makes the difference. And in hotels, Google's now putting their hotel search product on top of the organic search results. And the magic of the TripAdvisor model in the past was the free traffic they got basically from all those user-generated reviews. And that's just not going to happen as much in the future. So that means they're going to probably have to spend more to get traffic to try and compete with Google, who are basically the center of the internet and the first place people start when they look for travel.
Matthew, looking at your call, you're one of 5 sells. I'm going into the Bloomberg now, typing in ANAR, Analyst recommendations, you being one of them. 5 sells. We do still have 3 buys, but the most of them are holds at the moment. And I want to understand why the rest of the market isn't kind of thinking that perhaps TripAdvisor can't step up and do the AI itself, can't step up and its new app that it delivered this week make a difference. Why are you feeling that perhaps they can't manage to be getting ahead and dabble into the artificial intelligence itself as well?
I think the biggest reason why most of the analysts are sort of sitting on the fence at the moment is that they can see that some of the competition from Google, but they also think that the stock is going to get taken over. And, to me, if you look at the rise of voice search, I just don't see how that's going to happen. The person or company that's always rumored as the one that might buy it is Priceline, but they have 120 million of their own reviews. They're really going to pay, $5 or $6 billion to get all of TripAdvisor's reviews when, they're going to need to invest in all this technology as well. There's not necessarily a reason to buy another company at the same time.
What do you want to hear from Steve Kelfer, the CEO, if it's not, yes, we understand Google is our #1 competitor? What more would it do to persuade you to perhaps look a little bit more favorably?
What they would need to do is they would need to convince me that they can get traffic and grow that traffic without having to pay a lot for it. And then they can convert people with more bookings, and that they will invest in some of this new travel technology, because the way I see it in the future, what people want is they want to ask, they want to ask Siri or their Amazon Echo, I want to go on a trip to Orlando this weekend, what hotels can I stay at? And they want to get like 3 or 5 options that are personalized and customized to them. And I think that's going to take a big investment. And I'm not sure that TripAdvisor could make that investment, but they should at least be trying. If you look at what Carnival's doing in travel with their Ocean Medallion, that's really what the future of travel is about, providing a more personalized service using technology, artificial intelligence, etc.